Hi, welcome back to Google Drive Essentials. Here we are going to focus on Google Drive sharing and collaboration options. So if you have access to the template, the link is in the description. You can go ahead and click on that and open up the template to work with that. Otherwise, just open up any Google Doc or create a new Google Doc and you can follow along that way. However, if you have the template, just click on Use Template. It will make basically its own copy for you and you'll be able to follow along with me now. So in step A, we're going to save to a new folder. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to save our documents when we get them. Now we can star them, but we can also move them and organize them before we do anything else. So if anyone shares a doc with you, the first thing you do is go up and move it to where you want it to live in your Google Drive. So if I were to click on my drive, we had made the Google Basics folder for this tutorial. I can just click on move and move it in there. And now I'm keeping up with my organization structure in Google Drive with every document that gets shared with me. So that is just one way to keep your drive organized. If you create files, make sure you're creating them in the folder that you want them to be in or moving them there before you do anything else. So that is step one. Now, step two, we're going to take a look at sharing with an editor and restricting that reshare. So what does that mean? Well, you may want to share with somebody and give them edit access, but do you want them sharing with other people? Yes or no? You do have the option to restrict that, and most people don't know that. So we're going to walk you through the steps right now. If you click on the share button in the top right-hand corner, I'm going to share this with somebody, and I have my suggested people turned on if you remember in Google Drive settings. So I'm going to go ahead and share this with one of my colleagues and give them edit access. However, I do not want Archie sharing this with Veronica or Betty. So I'm going to click on the share settings and deselect that editors can change permissions and share. Okay. Now we're going to talk about viewers and commenters in just a moment, so we'll just stick with editors. So you do have the option to click on your settings and deselect the option for your editors to manage people. Okay. You have the option now of sending that person an email. Hi Archie, please let me know what you think by tomorrow. All right. You don't have to send them the email. If you don't want to notify them, you just uncheck the box. If you want them to get immediate notification that, hey, I've shared this with you, now you have a link in your email, you can always search for it in your email, notify that person. But if you think that's going to cause confusion and you're just not ready for them to really open it yet, you can share it and not notify them. So I'm going to send that message, and that's how you can share with an editor and restrict sharing. Now we're going to look at sharing with anyone as a viewer with restrictions. So many times you're like, I don't care, anyone can view, or I want everyone in my domain to be able to view this because I'm going to share it with staff and I don't want to share it with everyone individually. I can now change the general access from restricted to anyone in my domain. The other option you have is anyone with the link, which makes it publicly accessible on the internet if somebody were to have the link, right? But when we go ahead to select this option, we also have this setting for viewers, and that is viewers and commenters can see the option to download, print, and copy. And many times, school board, for example, will make their documents public, but they will turn this off. Does it make it impossible for somebody to make a screenshot or something? No, it doesn't. But if you'd like to discourage duplicating the document, you can select this box and viewers, commenters will not see the option to download and print this document. Okay, so you have those additional options in the share section. So we've learned two ways and two additional advanced ways to share with editors and viewers. But what about people that maybe they don't use Google, or maybe it's a company you're sending it to and you just don't want to go through you don't know if their .net account or their Comcast account, well, whatever. you have the option of sending this document to anyone you want as a PDF. All you have to do is click on File, email this file, and you can send it as a different file type. So if you want to send it as a Word document, you can. But I can send this to anyone I want. I'll send it to Archie. But it could be somebody, with a Netscape account or an AOL account, right? You have those on your list, I'm sure. And send yourself a copy. So, hi, Archie, here is the report I promised you. Okay. Then there's this option to not attach it, but put the content in the email. Just keep in mind that when you send it this way, as you update the document, they won't get updates. They're going to see this snapshot that you're sending to them right now. Always send yourself a copy so that in your email, A, you go, oh, I did send that. And B, you can read what you wrote. And C, you can archive it and search for it later. All right, some great tips, right? I hope so. Now we're going to take a look at downloading files, okay? So we're going to download files, and just take note that if you're using a spreadsheet, it's going to download as an Excel document. If you're using a presentation, you can download it as a PowerPoint. We're just going to look at the Google Doc right now. So let's say that you need to download this, maybe upload it to a portal, maybe the state for recertification. I click on File, I choose Download, and I have, in this case, the option to save it as a Word doc, but I can also save it as a PDF. And those are probably the two most popular ways that you will download from the File menu. So hopefully you learned some great tips for sharing and collaboration, and I really hope you learned some great tips in this Google Drive Essentials. I would love for you to come back and visit me sometime. I can be found at edtrekkers.com. A busy life we lead at EdTrekkers, so just email me if you have any questions or would like to sign up for training. We do webinars, we do on-site training, we will create events for you if you have a professional day or 2 or 3 days and you want to hire trainers remotely or bring them to your school or your center. We can do that. We provide admin support services, you name it. But we love doing these simple trainings, essentials for Google Apps, and you're more than welcome to look at the resources under Workspace Essentials. You just go to that page and there's a comprehensive presentation. There's a digital handout you can print out. And then underneath below are all of the slides for all of the individual documents or individual apps that we teach the Workspace Essentials for. Thanks a lot. It's been great working with you, and happy trails.